Melody.
Hi, everybody.
Just reading some of the comments. M&M's here.
Miss you guys.
Nice to see everyone. Please let us know in the comments before we go on blabbing that make sure that you guys can hear us. It'll usually a delay. Hi, Susan. Melody's here. Amputee Adventures. Chris Courtney. All right, thanks, Chris. Can you hear us because you can hear us through the computer, or because you can hear us because you're sitting behind us? Hello. Hey, Joy. How are you? All right, Melody has arrived, so we can now kick this off.
We can start.
Nice to see everyone. Thank you for joining our February 2024 live event. We are excited to have you here. Looks like we're about a minute in, so I'm going to give people a few more seconds. If you want, we would love to see where you are watching from. Oh, Joseph and Kaylin are here.
Hi, guys.
Just Our Things are here. Rob and Dawn.
Yay.
If you want, go ahead and in the comment section, check in with where you guys are watching from. So city, state, whatever you're comfortable with. Liberty 5568. I don't know if I know directly who that is, but did it just? It's kind of school. It's happening fast.
Hello, Shifting Gears. Stacy.
Hey, Stacy. Top secret, undisclosed location in West Texas.
That's right. Yes.
Utah. Sean is in Utah. Smithfield. Pecos. I think that's how you say it.
Pecos, Texas.
Pecos. That's like
Pecos, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you pronounce it differently. Mark in California.
M&M are calling from California.
Hopefully you're staying away from the rain.
All right. Yeah, no kidding. That's coming tomorrow, I think, or Tuesday. I mean.
Sidewinder.
No, there's the Courtside crew. They're all watching. Nice to see everyone. Hey, Tamara and Brian. All right. We are excited to have everyone here. Just keep checking in.
One street away.
Yeah. Several of the people that are watching are literally surrounding our camper.
Yeah. Oh, Mark and Mary got 2 inches of rain overnight.
Oh, it's already started there. Yeah.
Hope you don't float away.
Yep. Sidewinder. Yep. Everybody our crew is over at Sidewinder. We're going to talk a little bit about that crew here shortly. But welcome. I've said it now 15 times.
And we are at Imperial Dam.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Winter Haven, California. Although we say Yuma, Arizona.
Yeah. So we'll get to how we ended up here back at Imperial Dam outside of Yuma here shortly in our checklist of things to get through, as you can see right here. So we're going to go through those.
Before we start, I want to wish my mom a happy birthday. Her birthday was yesterday.
That is way down here on the list.
I don't care. Her birthday was yesterday, and
it isn't on the list. You would put it on the green list. Yeah, it was on the green list. We had 2 lists.
Anyway, happy birthday to my mom, and I wished her happy birthday and all that yesterday, but I wanted to do it on here as well.
No, let's call a spade a spade. You sent her a birthday card wishing her happy X birthday. We'll just say a number. Let's say 100. It's not 100, obviously, but
I was a year off.
Yes,
but it was a year younger than what she actually turned. So yeah,
so she lost a year. The 2023 was a lost year apparently in her daughter's eyes. So this is why I remain the favorite son-in-law.
Well, yeah, of course. Anyway.
All right, up Ontario, Canada. Excellent. That's where Susan's at. I'm just looking. I'm scrolling up and down. If you guys, most of you probably, other than a few of you, have never used StreamYard. And so one of the things that's difficult is our picture on our screen is probably the size of a pack of cards. And then the comments roll along the side. But if we enlarge the size so we can see what's going on, you can't see anything else. So, and you can't see the comments. So it's a long story, but I won't bore you with that. So,
hi, Chasing Our Sunshine.
Oh, yep. Joel and Deb, who we met at the Bash, which is perfect timing. Yes. Yeah. Come on, Mushi, get over here.
He wants over here.
Mushi wants over here. Let me
Mama. Oh, be cold.
Oh, now he
be
did all
careful.
kinds of things. He hit the computer. All right.
He wants
So
to know who
Mushi's
we're
joining
talking
us on
to,
our
don't
live
you?
tonight.
Yeah.
So
Look.
what have we been up to? Well, let us tell you. If you got a chance to watch our video from last Sunday, we shared with you our Xscapers bash from Lake Havasu. So that was a 1-week event where they have seminars, they have organized activities, they have crazy Olympics, those types of things. We had a absolute blast. This is our second year in a row that we've got to attend the bash. This year actually grew from what it was last year. This year it was around 350 rigs, I think, and close to over 700 people. Definitely could tell from kind of where everybody's campers were parked. They had used a section up, which this year was family section, but had not even used that parking area last year. So definitely the bash has grown. So if you haven't had a chance, we're not going to rekindle the whole bash. We did it on a video. We'd love got a chance to check that out on our YouTube channel. And both before and after the bash, which was a week long up in Lake Havasu, we spent time at Quartzsite, and that was actually this week's video. We just released it around 4 hours ago, give or take a few minutes, and that was our experience with Quartzsite in 2024. What'd you think of Quartzsite overall? What words of wisdom do you have to share with the squad?
Yeah, I think it gets better every year. The first year we were there, we only knew.
Well, the first year we just drove up for the day.
Right, but
we were here.
We saw, but weren't we with Rick and Teresa? Didn't we meet them at the party on Plumosa?
Oh, I don't
know. Anyway, it
just
seems like, with our first year, it was real, our circle was really small. We'll put it that way. And then the next year, our circle got a little bigger. And then this year, our circle's even a little bit bigger. And we met up with people that we had traveled with throughout the year. So it's nice. It was just like a reunion. So, and that's what Quartzsite is to me. I think this was the best year, probably in that sense. But again, Quartzsite's Quartzsite. I feel like, going to the big tent show is an obligatory stop. Got to do it. You're there. And it also gives us a change of scenery from being here at Imperial Dam the entire winter season. So.
Yeah. And I think, for us, going to the big tent is, it's fun. You get a chance to, maybe run into some people you might know, or that might know you, and vice versa. We did find a few things this year at the big tent. So, we talk about that on this video we just released a few hours ago. If you've never been to Quartzsite, one thing I can say is that if you're going with the hopes that it is what you see at the Tampa RV show, you're going to be sadly mistaken. It is much more of a kind of a flea market focused on gadgets and stuff that may or may not have anything to do with RVing. A lot of the vendor tents, especially outside of the big tent, are for rock and mineral, the gem shows that come after the RV show and everything like that. There are RVs there to tour, but it is primarily just one RV dealership, not a manufacturer, but a dealer that brings in RVs. Many of them are used.
I think it's RV Country.
Yeah, right? I think RV Country. Yeah.
RV Country.
And then, most of them are Class A's and some large fifth wheels. There's not a whole lot when it comes to travel trailers and things like that. So, for us, we like walking through and seeing some of the new floor plans, but we also we don't spend time going into the Class A's unless something really catches our eye. And that's just not the way we're ever going to, at least right now, travel. I think it would limit us on the way that we explore some of these really, really remote boondocking areas, which has led to maybe axle issues, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so, we had a good time. I found some cool things that I was hoping to get. I'm going to have a couple of them in an upcoming video. We had a chance to meet Carrie. Why am I blanking on his name?
What's her husband's name?
David.
Carrie and David and Rudel.
And
Their dog Rudel.
From One Adventure at a Time. They were there running one of the booths for potato harvesting. So that was really good. Eric's here. Eric and Kristen from Dallas, Texas. Chris. Oh, that's my mom, Chris.
Chris S. We know you.
Robert and Michelle coming. Oh, they're up in. Yeah, you guys are in Gilbert. Yeah, we just saw them in Quartzsite. We just saw them in Quartzsite. Last weekend. So, but yeah, so Quartzsite is Quartzsite. We had a great time. Really, for us, it's about hanging out with people that we have met along the way and getting a chance to catch up with them. This year we had to modify that a little bit, without saying the communicable disease that is ravaging the world over the last 5 years. Several of our friends came down with that. Luckily, we did not, knock on wood. I think we're kind of outside that zone right now, but I took like 5 tests while I was there because I was worried about getting it. But so we weren't able to spend as much time as a community as we would have liked after the bash.
That was after the bash. So once we got back to Quartzsite, it was social distancing.
It was back like we were back in 2020 when we hit the road again.
Yeah, so it was a weird feeling.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we love traveling with friends. So that group of friends, or I mean, they're all kind of intermixed at different locations, but that group of friends headed out of Quartzsite before we did. We needed to stay behind because we had an appointment back up in Lake Havasu, which was 2 days ago, which was Friday, to have, the repairs done, which is what we opted to do when it came to our RV and our axles. If you've watched the last few videos, you saw that we had a travel day where we stopped and got our tires rotated, and they were concerned that we had some bearing issues because there was some real uneven wear on one of the tires. And lo and behold, it turns out that it wasn't, the bearings are a little loose, but nothing that would have caused that. We think what has happened, and you'll see in an upcoming video next week, is that the axles that we had were just limiting us, because they were not necessarily RV axles. They were boat trailer axles. But they served us well for 3 years, but we had to get them replaced. So we're going to walk you through that whole experience and what we learned from it, and share some of the costs. Obviously, living on the road, you understand there's going to be costs, unexpected costs. And that was one of them for us. Excuse me. That was one of them for us. Starting off 2024 was having to get new axles, but we'll share that with you here real soon. One of the things we wanted to talk about is kind of what we've got planned for. Oh, well, before, go ahead. What were we going to do? You were pointing to something.
I'm pointing to the messages.
All right.
Our crew in
Michelle, address the message.
Our crew Pilot Knob is having steak night tonight. Our friend Jim has a great what do you call it? That grill.
Auto Wild.
Cooks steaks like that.
It's like 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. The thing just sears the outside of steaks. It makes fantastic steaks.
So all the crew are there eating steaks and watching us. So thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you.
And I also want to point out my mom, for her birthday, actually.
What birthday was it? Don't say the number.
What birthday?
Well, it was her birthday. Yeah, it was her birthday yesterday. It was one less than what you thought it was.
Yeah.
Or it's one more than you thought it was.
But the gift that us girls got her, I have 2 sisters. We got her one of those Lego, I guess, puzzles, but it's like a bouquet of roses, which is going to be out. She's going to display it as a centerpiece on her table. And she's currently working on that. Pretty complicated directions, but I'm anxious to see how she does on it. She's been keeping me posted how many of each of the roses she keeps getting completed. So.
Oh, Bob and Dang are here. Well,
Hi,
actually, it's
Dang.
only Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Dang is on her way to Hawaii tomorrow. So, I don't know if that's a secret, but she's so she's probably in bed. Kyle, Courtney said, "Be nice to Michelle." Yeah, I hear you.
I know.
So one thing I would tell you a quick little funny story. So for any of you who may or may not have watched our long-term visitor area here at Imperial Dam video that we did 2 years ago, one of the services that we have access to is over probably about 4 miles away is the Christian Service Center. And it's a religiously based community that provides lots of things. I mean, they've got propane that you can get from them. They've got like garage sale and donation area and all of that. But one of the things that they do they do is allow you to have stuff shipped to what we refer to as the post office over there. Well, Friday we were up in Lake Havasu dealing with the axle thing, and I get a phone call from an Arizona number, and I thought it was the axle people calling me to give me an update and tell me to come back to the shop or whatever. We were just out playing around. We were in Culver's at the time that phone call came in. Well, here it was the amazingly sweet ladies over at the Christian Service Center telling me to come and pick up all my crap. So because of the axle issue, we've arrived back at Imperial Dam for, like almost 2 weeks later than we anticipated. And I've kind of been having mail and stuff sent since the second week of January. So apparently it has now been piled up, and tomorrow we're going to collect our loot. Compound that with the fact that several of our friends that are over at the Pilot Knob area also sent stuff under my name so that they could get their mail. And so I don't know what we're walking into tomorrow, but I can tell you the ladies at the Christian Service Center will be excited to see me, but also
he's going to send me in. I'll be like, I'm here to pick up mail.
She's my shield.
Because I think I can give them my name, right?
No, you can't. They don't know who your name, what your name is. None of the mail's in your name.
Your name.
I'm going to go with her, but I'm going to hide behind her. That way, if they start slinging arrows, but we'll film it as much as I can. I don't know if I'm allowed to film inside the post office thing, but I'm pretty sure I can. So I've upset the ladies by collecting way too many packages over at the Christian Service Center. I'm sorry if anybody from the Christian Service Center is watching this. I'm coming tomorrow morning as soon as you open to pick them up. So
we'll be there. First in line.
All right. So Michelle, what's going on for what? Tell the crew. I'm just marking these off. What's going on for February?
In February?
Today is February.
For February, well, we're going to be here at Imperial Dam. I guess, we don't have anything scheduled for February, I don't think. I think that we're just going to chill here for a month.
Yes, that's part of what we're doing.
What's the other part?
Well, our friends that have recently hit the road again.
Oh yeah, the Unrouted.
So let me show you. Eric's gonna kill me. There's Eric and a horse. By the way, doesn't it look like he's milking that horse, everyone? I'm not saying, but and then Kristen. Whoop, I keep turning it the wrong way. So Kristen and Eric are heading this direction. They're currently down in Dallas. He's watching, or they're watching. And so they just got a new to them Class A, and we are going to do a solar install while he's here before we head off onto our next adventure. So most of February, we're just going to be hanging out here. We've got several friends here in the area, and Chris and Courtney are in the same spot with us that they were in November when we were here. Irene and Ron are right over here behind us. Dawn and Rob are
who we met at the Bash.
Are over not too far, like one street away. Stan and Marilyn are still here that we visited with when we were here in November. So
and Ramona and Steven
just pulled in yesterday, I think, and got a spot close to where they were back in November too. So we are excited. And I'm trying to think what else we're doing in February. Obviously, we're visiting my mom and dad, who are here in Yuma until probably April, and then they're going to head back up to the Washington State and start prepping their house for sale, because they're going to they decided that they want to call Yuma hometown, or their hometown, moving forward long term, instead of splitting their time. So we're excited, to go over. We haven't seen my mom and dad yet. We just got back on Friday. We're going over tomorrow after we drop off all the mail from the Wandering Shores courier service. Out to the crew on Pilot Knob.
Yep. And while we're there at Pilot Knob, we've got to bid our friends adieu, I guess. Is that how you say it? Adieu?
I think so.
Adieu?
I don't know what language it is, but I think so. Sounds French.
Because a group of
Italian.
them are heading into California. Not where the rain
right into the storm.
Not where the rain is.
Bad decision. Go to Texas.
So, we're going to see them tomorrow, and then just tell them, see you down the road. And So yeah, but Chasing Our Sunshine says Bash Friends are the best. They really are. They really are.
Yes.
We agree.
So some of you, or many of you, may have known, we've talked about this a little bit on some other episodes, and I think we talked about it in our last live, but we've decided we're going to try our hand at gate guarding. And so what in essence that is Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado have a large oil field population, and they need RVers, preferably a couple with a self-contained unit, to park outside or inside some of these gates to these properties and check people in and out. It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing. Somebody's always got to be there. Our friends Kaylin and Joseph over at Open Roading have done a fantastic video on their experience.
Yeah, a couple, actually.
The last 3 I think have been on working at this type of position. The first one is basically the company that we're planning on working for, but we were going into it knowing some of the hard lessons that they learned about the fact that you might think it's a month long, or it might only be a few days long, depending upon what's going on at the specific oil drilling place. Yeah, so
they've been a very good resource.
So at the end of February, we're going to be heading east. We are heading to Texas. We have to pee in a cup, and then we have to get our fingerprints, and hopefully they will have a spot for us. We're hoping in West Texas somewhere, so that we don't have to drive all the way across the state of Texas if we don't have to. And then we will start our gate guarding careers. We're planning on only doing this for a month. They pay really well. I mean, it's 24 hours, 7 days a week, but I think Michelle and I have a pretty good plan on how to structure the day so that it can get covered. But they pay anywhere from $200 to maybe on a really special gate, maybe $300 a day. So you can really make quite a bit of money very quickly, doing gate guarding. So we figure, that's a nice little nest egg that'll help keep us out on the road. Obviously, it'll help pay for our recent axle repair that we had to have done as well. So that's where we're headed in the 1st of March. So the chances are good that our next live broadcast will be from the state of Texas. So, but that could still change. We've been known to change our plans. But so we're going to spend probably the month of March and maybe some of April in Texas, and then we're going to start migrating up to
Indiana.
Oh,
I'm just a little excited. That's my hometown, born and raised.
That's a state. It's not a town.
What'd I say?
It's my hometown.
Well, it's my home state, born and raised.
Yep. So yeah, we're excited. It'll be the first time that we're back, first time I'm back in Indiana in almost 4 years. And Michelle, it's been 2 years now by the time we get back, or 1.5 years since she flew back.
Yeah, Melinda, you're on the list to come see.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. So the plan, folks, is that we're going to spend probably 2 months in Indiana, and instead of going over to Ohio after that, I think while we're in Indiana, because we've got a sweet mooch docking spot at Michelle's older sister's house.
We do.
That we're going to go over to Ohio for segments of time to get things done. I'm going to help my brother with some projects, go see our friends in Toledo and over in Cleveland area as well. So, we've got some plans when it comes to that, but I think as much as I don't want to say it's official, I think it's fairly official, or fairly decided that we're probably not going to spend next winter in Florida. I think we've decided that we're going to head back west. There's just too many complications in some ways to head east when you have to deal with not having, you guys know we love to free camp. And if you saw my post on our Facebook page about 2 weeks ago, you saw, I think we spent 7 nights last year in a campground. I think we spent an average of like 5 cents a day in a campground last year. I think it was like $200 for the entire year that we spent in a campground. But once we go east of the Mississippi, that becomes much more difficult. And so I think that we're opting to just maybe kind of do a half the country circle, go into Indiana, and then we're going to start heading west again. At least that's what we're thinking right now. We just found out, unbeknownst to us 2 weeks ago, but there is an Xscapers event that we attended in Salida, Colorado last year on the 4th of July that is actually going to be in Sturgis this year. And we've not been to Sturgis or Spearfish, South Dakota, and all of that. So we're kind of excited. We've been to South Dakota, but it was prior to us going full time. And we've definitely not been to Sturgis and Spearfish and Deadwood and all of those. So we think we're going to try to shoot for heading back to South Dakota and then maybe up into Montana and Wyoming and Montana, Idaho. We might be able to catch back up with Chris and Courtney, who will be out in that general area probably later in the summer, early fall, and then probably spend the winter back out west here. So we're pretty excited about that. I think it just makes most sense, especially financially. Obviously, you guys know that, you know, we're not retired. I mean, we're not retired.
Yeah,
but
we don't consider ourselves officially retired.
Yeah, we don't have any retirement income coming in. We were 47 years old when we hit the road. And so the ability to collect any of the savings that we've had regarding retirement has not happened. We found out last summer that one of these 401k accounts that we thought was Michelle's from work, turned out it wasn't, and it was actually still the school's. So, you know, they pulled out that dozens of thousands of dollars from us that we thought we had. So, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, but, you know, I think, you know, we can continue to live this lifestyle, but it's just a lot easier to do it in the western half of the country. And while we love the people out east, we have a lot of people out west too that, you know, we want to continue to see or go and see and things like that. So we think that's our current plan.
Yeah. I do want to show you, we have support from our pilot knob crew. They just sent a text with all of them in one RV.
No, they all
watching. I'm going to try to show you.
You guys should all be logged in on your own devices, just, you know, to overload the Starlink system and to give us extra views.
Don't worry about that. This warms my heart. Thank you.
All right, Tommy G. Hello, Wandering Shores. Kyle, the RV door lock you mentioned in today's video, is that door lock in addition to the keyless door lock, or is in fact the keyless door lock? Thanks. Tommy, can you go grab that out of it's in that far right or the second cabinet, the little rubber thing. Yeah. So the answer to your question is, Tommy, it's the same RV door lock, or I think it's RV lock. I keep calling it RV door lock, but I think the company is RV lock. I think it's sitting right there on the bottom shelf, isn't it? No. All right, I'm going to give this back to Michelle. I'll be right back, folks. Here, let me sitting right here.
No. Sorry about that.
So, yeah, Tommy, so it is the standard RV lock that, you know, has the 2 key fobs. It also has the key, and then it has the touchpad. What they have done, they had so many complaints with the plastic sticker that went on the front. We've already gone through 2 now. We've replaced it with this silicone number pad, which is way nicer. And we will be doing an install on that, and it'll be in next Sunday's video. I'm going to do it this week once the rain passes, because I got to take the actual door, the door lock off, versus like the other one where you can just peel the plastic off and stick the new one. This one replaces the innards, if you will. So hopefully that answers the question, Tommy. If it doesn't, you know, feel free to just comment below. Okay. I'm just looking through here. Oh, that area. Yep. Deb and Joel said that area in South Dakota is so worth going to. And it's an Xscapers event. Yep. Oh, yeah. My mom and dad. Yeah, my mom and dad. So if you guys haven't been following for a while, my mom and dad actually were full-time RVers for probably 10, 11 years, something like that. They started out in a fifth wheel. Shortly after that, I don't remember, maybe a year or two, they ended up getting a diesel pusher bus. They had a Tiffin Allegro bus, and they primarily work camped through the summers in lots of places. And as you could see there, my mom and dad worked at Chief White Crane in South Dakota, right outside Yankton. And that's actually in 2005, Michelle and I had gotten engaged in 04. We were getting married in October of 05, and in September, just before our actual month of wedding, we showed up and surprised them. They were working that campground, and we showed up there in South Dakota with what was our little Coyote travel trailer. It was a hybrid travel trailer that was like 14 feet or something. And it was a great surprise. I pulled up to the door, and my dad didn't recognize our truck that we were pulling it with. Yeah, oh, that's what I meant, the gate. Yeah, I meant the gate.
You have any spaces here? You have any spots?
Yeah, there wasn't a single soul in that park at the time. But so we really surprised him. It was a great story, and it would have been made for a fantastic video if in 2005 we had thought about that we were ever going to be sharing our lives on social media. So all right.
Oh, Tamara said they have our friends that are all eating dinner, watching our.
Yeah, they got us. That? No, I just saw that.
Yeah. Aw.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
You're way ahead of Kyle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tommy's going to watch the video. Yeah, Tommy, I'll have that in the next video. I'm not going to do an entire walkthrough. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do an entire install. I'm going to give the overall general how I did it. Website that when we were at the RV show, she had told me to go to, and it's in the help section, installation video. And then, these are obviously based on the specific door handle that you have, but they have these for all of those RV door locks. And I think normally, at least at the show, they originally were charging $20 for these. I think when you bought the plastic ones before online, they were like $15. So this is a much better option when it comes to the RV locks. Oh, Steve's here. Hey, Steve.
He's asking where your new parrot head shirt is. Well,
oh, look.
Funny you should ask. I saw your comment and I sneakily
there it is.
Get it.
Bubbles up, everyone.
Bubbles up.
It fits good. I like it. I wore it. I look good in purple. It's the only purple shirt I think I have right now.
It's a great shirt.
It looks blue on the picture, so but it's pretty. It's purple, folks.
Yeah, it's a real pretty purple.
But yeah,
manly purple.
All right, Rob is checking in from
Percomanville.
Is that
maybe Percomanville. Perkmanville.
All right. We're butchering these names. Sorry, guys. Okay, so
good to see you, Rod. We're getting to the end of our list, people.
We are.
Yeah.
Maybe you can sing or something. Do a little solo.
Yeah.
Solar update. So, you said close enough. So, when we were here in November, we put more solar panels. So, we for 2 years or so, we had 600 watts of solar. That was prior to us getting the residential fridge and prior to me getting a PlayStation 5. So our power consumption has gone up. I like to blame the refrigerator, but it might have something to do with the PS5 too. And so we decided at the time up in Creed. No, not Creed. The other C one that we were in. Crested Butte. Up in Crested Butte, we decided to put 200 more on the roof, bringing us to 800. Well, when we got down here, we decided we were going to up the ante, and we actually went to 1,200. But one of the limiting factors that I had, and I won't get into all the tech stuff because some of you guys could care less, but one of the things that was going to happen this summer is once the sun is much more overhead, our solar charge controller would be limiting us to only being able to use 800 of those 1,200 watts of solar because it hits a capacity that is set, which is at 60 amps. And so we decided, luckily, I guess, if you will, we had a chance while we were at the bash to pick up another solar charge controller. And it was dirt cheap. I mean, it was typically like $150. And the family had just taken it out of their rig to install something different, and they sold it for like $25. So I got a new solar charge controller for like 10% of what it was probably worth. And I have since installed that. So we have two 600 watt arrays coming down now instead of one 1200 watt, which will allow us to bring in 1100 watts of the 1200 capacity. So that's that's going to make a big difference. I also had been kind of testing it out when we were in quartzite, but our rig was facing the wrong direction, and so a lot of my panels were getting shaded by the air conditioning vent or air conditioning shroud. And so I really had a chance to test it the last 2 days here. And we've gone from 40% when we get up in the morning to 100% by usually 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's been working really great. I think it's going to be a game changer when it comes to our solar setup. I'm also going to be doing a comparison video. We've got 2 power stations now. All Powers sent out a power station for us to test out, as well as a ground deploy solar panel. And so I want to give you guys a comparison of the 2 solar power stations that we have. And at first we thought, we'll use one of them and maybe test out the other one, give it away as a raffle or something. But we've decided we like them both for different reasons, so we're probably going to hang on to them for now. But we're gonna do a comparison video on those probably in the next week. For those that are newer to the channel, oh yeah, we'll get to you, Joseph.
We're making your way.
So for those of you that are newer to the channel, I don't remember what I was going to say. Now I got all distracted. All right. Well,
with the solar panels or the wattage or
I don't remember
video.
Now. It is what it is.
He'll think of it later.
See, Marley's rattle. He's messing around with the tripod that the GoPro is on, because now he's eating paper.
No, he's not eating it.
Well, he's chewing on it. He's eating it. Michelle lets him eat paper.
I do.
Look, yeah, Joseph, he's apologizing. Okay.
Yes, I know. It's right here, but see, this is our list, and that's right here at the bottom. Sorry.
Okay, so let us explain, for those of you who saw our thumbnail and our post the other day announcing our live event tonight, you saw Michelle and I out there. She was holding the heat gun sometimes, but we were taking a heat gun and razor blade and some channel locks, courtesy of Jim Roberts, to our rear window, because since we hit the road, we've had a decal on there saying the Wandering Shores.
Cool decal.
Yeah, it was a cool decal.
Favorite things on the rig.
One of the things about the decal is that it was one of the ones that a lot of people like put on buses and stuff, where you can see out it, but you can't see in it. I mean, I guess if the lights are on and it's pitch dark, you can probably see a little bit inside, but it's got a bunch of like millions and millions of little holes. It's perforated, if you will. And over time, it's been, going on 3.5 years, that sign has really started showing its age, and it was time for a change. Many of you guessed if we were getting a new rig.
Many of you thought we were getting a new rig. Yes, and that is not in the cards.
That's not in the cards right now. Go ahead.
Now, we don't even know. I mean, we're not even considering a new rig. Let's put it that way.
We just spent thousands of dollars on a new axle. So
that, and this rig is modified to how we like it, and it works for us. So, getting a whole new rig is just a whole other ball of wax.
Yeah.
Having to do those modifications. And, we're just not at that point right now. So we're keeping this rig.
Yeah. And I think one of the limitations with regard to down the road, at some point we're going to have to get a new rig. And I think that Michelle and I have traveled enough to kind of know, at least at this juncture, the type of rig we would be looking for. I think we would want something with a slide that goes out the side to give us more living space here. In the I guess the congregating area, the living space.
Yeah, because our living room's very narrow.
Yeah, it's the standard 8 feet that a standard RV is. So that really limits us there. But what we've decided to do is we took the sign off. We are not redesigning the sign. We actually like our logo. We have two logos. I might actually be able to show you the other logo. So give me a minute. Please don't leave if
yeah, don't leave. Yeah, Brian Austin asked, are you still in Quartzsite? No, we are not.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are in Imperial Dam in Winter Haven.
Yeah,
it's a
sorry,
long-term visitor area in Winter Haven.
Yeah, we headed down here 2 days ago
Mm-hmm.
to get a chance to catch up with some of our friends who are here and see my parents before we start to head to Texas next month. I don't even know how I would go about. But anyway, we do have two logos.
We can always post it on social media.
Yeah, we'll post it and see what you guys think. Obviously, the one that we've been using, which I think is on the front of this shirt, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that one.
That one.
But we do have another one. We've just only used it on a rare occasion. It's actually available on our Teespring shop. If any of you guys are looking for some classy Wandering Shores, apparel, you can always head over to our Teespring shop. The link is actually on thewanderingshores.com, and you see that's scrolling along the bottom here. You can always go there and check that out, and we appreciate it. We've reduced the prices on a lot of those things just because Teespring, I mean, sometimes people want you to pay $40 for a t-shirt, and that's ridiculous. I think ours are like somewhere around 20 to 25 at the absolute most. So we'd love to see you sporting some Wandering Shores apparel if you choose to do that, and we'd appreciate it. But yeah, so we can't show you the back window right now because that new logo or the new decal is actually over at the Christian Service Center as part of the loot that we're picking up tomorrow when I get yelled at by the wonderful staff ladies over there. So, that was one of the things I think got delivered like on January 7th. So it's been sitting over there for like a month. And so I'm sure they got a whole little corner in their storage area dedicated to all the crap that's shown up for Kyle and for everybody else just under Kyle's name. That's what I'll like to say that. So,
we're at the end of our list.
Oh, we're at the end of our list. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, I got any questions?
Questions. Put them in. I
know you've been real good at putting the questions in throughout the live.
Yeah, so I'm just scrolling back up here to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, yeah. So Bob says we've got the same situation: 1,000 on the roof, but 600-watt charger. Thinking about adding. Yeah, Bob. I definitely think especially I know you're working full time, and I imagine your power is pretty significant throughout the day too. So. The ability to use all 1,000 of those watts or as close to it as you could, is definitely, and for us, really all it was is getting a different splitter up at the top on the panels and running an extra set of wires down to the bottom to hook up the new solar charge controller. And, it cost like maybe $40 total to do it because I had some wire and the solar charge controller was dirt cheap. So, Marley. Oh, I don't know where he went. Nico. Oh no, I know who Nico is. I just saw something about Marley. So
yeah, Mary told him hello.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I missed anything. It's beginning to sound like you may need a U-Haul to pick up these packages.
It does. I know.
Yeah, you're
well,
you're right,
have
Sean.
2 vehicles with us because we're dropping off.
No, we will just that was a top secret second vehicle. Disregard what Michelle just said. It'll ruin the surprise for some of the other folks that are watching right now.
Yes.
We will have 2 vehicles tomorrow. Surprise, surprise. But more on that later.
Chasing our sun.
Oh yeah.
Are we there?
Well, no, we got to go up here. Amputee Adventure says he has a question. Who is better at Madden, you or Chris? I can tell you this: it's not me. I played Chris in the preseason of Madden in our fantasy or tournament or a league or our fantasy league. And I got whooped, and I have now lost 4 consecutive games during the season, and I am below 500 for the season. So it is definitely Chris, who I think is in the top 3 in the NFC or something with his Detroit Lions. So my Cleveland Browns are not doing well in Madden, but I'm on the rebound. I hope. Kyler Murray, who is not in real life on the Browns, is on my team. So, Chasing Our Sunshine. So during the rain days at Quartzsite, was there any games that were played in the RV to pass time?
Well, you figure when we first got there, people were coming down with COVID. So
oh, you can't say that word. You're going to get us banned on Facebook or on YouTube
from that thing. And so that
I don't know if that's still a thing, but I think it is.
Kind of nixed the whole idea of sitting in somebody's RV and playing a game, because normally we do. Teresa is our head game master.
Yep.
All hail
Pegs
to
and
Teresa.
Pegs and Jokers, isn't that what it's called?
Maybe Pegs and Jokers.
Pegs and Jokers, dominoes,
the dominoes,
Mexican train dominoes.
Yeah. So we couldn't play any games.
Yeah, we couldn't play any games. We just had to sit inside, and the only game I guess we played was PlayStation. In some cases,
but we really like to watch TV, so
yeah,
we're always good there.
Yep.
Good question.
Oh, Renee says, when you go back west, will you go new places or ones that you've been to before? I think our plan is to mostly hit places we've not been to before. We've not been really most anywhere in west or eastern Wyoming. We haven't been anywhere in western Montana, eastern Montana. We've only really been to Glacier and Yellowstone. So we're definitely going to hit a lot of new places, and we want to get over to northern Idaho, which is beautiful. We just have to make sure we time it appropriately, because I know with the higher elevation, we're going to run into some cold as it goes on. Eric, are those new glasses? No. Real quick. So here's what's going on. I got new glasses about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago when I was in Cleveland. However, they were only readers, complications related to my eye insurance, but I am heading over to Mexico, and I'm going to have those glasses or those frames redone with glasses that I can use. That's at least the plan right now. I have to get over there and find out how much it is, but I think I'm just going to take those frames and go over and get progressives. They wouldn't do progressives without like the 3 lines, and I didn't want that, so I just had them do readers, and I can tell I can read, then everything else is distorted, and I hate taking on off, so I'm just using the current glasses that I have. As long as you don't mention taking that word, you'll be fine. Okay. Yep. All right.
Thanks, Joseph.
We won't put that up on the screen.
Or maybe that was worms. Kaylin. Maybe that was
that was worms. Chess.
Thank you.
I don't think. Have you?
I don't know how to play chess.
Yeah, I don't think Michelle knows how to play chess. I play chess. I haven't played chess in years, and I'm not very good at it, but I do enjoy playing chess. So if anybody wants to play chess, I'm game.
The Cottons were busy with games in their camper.
Yeah, what's
playing
up?
Gym,
how come we didn't get any invites?
We were watching TV.
Oh yeah, I see the bug zapper paddle hanging on the wall. Let the games begin. Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you about that bug zapper. As a matter of fact, so for those of you who don't know, but that fly swatter, you got to press a button on there, and it puts a shock through all the wire, and shocks the little bug to submission. I handed it to Michelle one time, and she decided, while Kyle's holding on to it, she went ahead and pressed the button. Boy, that thing. I can see why those bugs go up in flames. It gives you quite a shock, even though it's only running on like 2 AA batteries or something. I don't know what they do with that thing, but
love those.
It's like super powered.
So much better than a regular fly swatter.
Yep. Oh, Chasing Our Sunshine plays gin.
More to life said they said that too.
Is gin rummy? Rummy. I know how to play rummy. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it's not. Skip-Bo. I don't think I've ever played that. Oh, hey guys, they're checking in from Washington State. I don't know if they put that up earlier. Michelle, if you had to pick one cat to save, who would it be?
Eric.
I'll tell you who it won't be for me. It won't be Marley. It won't be Marley.
Oh no, I don't even want to think about it. I'm not answering that one. I'm sorry. It has to be all of them. If I have to shove them all in one bag, I will.
This is the one I pick right here.
Our senior kid.
So Nico is 17. He's our oldest. And then Mushi and Chanel are, I think, 13 or 14. I'll have to look what their birthday is coming up later this year. And then the PIA Marley is like 9, 8. He was trying to get out the door again today. Yeah, and we've got a video that we'll insert a clip for next week's video of, you know, I don't know, something was outside that they smelled.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a mouse or
Marley,
a coyote or whatever,
yeah,
but they were
leave the door.
they were sitting guard at the door. Michelle got a pretty funny video of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Chasing Our Sunshine, yeah, Mexican train with dominoes.
Fun game.
Yep. Oh yeah, it is gin rummy. Okay, yeah, so I know how to play that. I don't know. We never called it gin.
Yeah,
my grandparents taught me, and it was
I've
always
heard it
just called
gin.
rummy.
Yeah, I'll have to make a label and label that the Kyle Zapper.
Well, I think, hey, as we close out tonight, what do you guys think about Michelle experiencing the bug zapper?
No, no, that's okay.
Eric gets booted from the live stream. Kyle, want to give the Shores our no.
Yeah, no.
He keeps trying.
For us,
yeah, he keeps trying to give that dog, either of the dogs, to us. We are not in any position, especially to have like a 90 or 100-pound dog.
Yeah, we just, I
mean, our 4 cats are enough.
4 cats, and I mean, it's so narrow in here.
Well, and that's a no-go. So
we love dogs, though. We love dogs, but right now we have 4 cats.
All right. Anything else from the peanut gallery?
This has been fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of questions. We really appreciate it. You know, we are excited to jump into February and share some of those adventures with you. We're hoping as we start to head east, we'll be able to get back to doing. I know a lot of you guys maybe found us through our campsite reviews, but it's really hard during the winter when we just kind of go to one place and stay. We mooch docked for an entire month in Phoenix with our friends Rick and Teresa. So I don't think they want us doing a campsite review of their side yard, you know, where anybody and everybody shows up to mooch dock and hide out from the homeowners association. So, you know, we haven't been going to a lot of other locations where I can do campsite reviews, but we hope to when we start heading east, you know, to do some of these states that we haven't hit. I think, you know, depending upon what's going on in Texas, I mean, we may be moving around in Texas with this gate guarding job. And so, you know, we might have to find some free boondocking spots in Texas, you know, possibly for a night or two as we're migrating around the state, and we're going to share those campsite reviews. And definitely once we head up to Indiana, we'll be stopping along the way. But Chasing Our Sunshine, Deb and Joel, thank you very much for the reminder.
Yes.
You know, we love the support. Subscribe. If you haven't got a chance, please go and watch our video from tonight that we released earlier today. It's from Quartzsite. Next week will be the whole axle. And as a special guest appearance, one of the things I'm doing in next week's video is I'm bringing back some unused footage that we've filmed over the last few years. So you're going to see some folks that you probably haven't seen in our videos for a while. Sean from the Austin's Travel are going to be making their appearance again in a video, actually kind of related to axles. So the hashtag Don't Be a Sean will be coming back. I've also run into some other maintenance related items, and I think I'm going to kind of do a maintenance related video for next week. And then we're going to do another video where we do a power station comparison. And then for everybody, real quick before we go, we have been through a lot of camping chairs in the 4 years that we've been on the road.
We have.
And so we want to share some comparisons to some of the ones that we've had so that you might be better prepared to choose. We made the mistake of watching tons of videos before we hit the road and then buying the zero gravity chairs, which for a smaller RV are absolutely unyielding. You know, they're cumbersome. They don't work the way they're supposed to. They don't lock in position, and they're really just not that comfortable a lot of the time. So we've been through, I don't know, we've had probably 7 different chairs. We're not going to review all of them. We're going to review some new ones that we just recently are picking up tomorrow. So we don't know how good they are, but we've heard good things, as well as one of the ones that we recently have had for the last few years that we've decided is is just maybe not the right one for us either for different reasons.
If we're gonna meet somebody and go down for a fire, I just want to grab the chair and go.
Yeah, when
I get there, I just want to be able to.
Yeah, we don't need to be getting like a wheelbarrow or something and catering there, dragging these chairs down. So we're looking for something lightweight and stuff. So we're going to share that. We're going to do that. And what we're going to try to do over the next couple of weeks is put out a video on Wednesday, which is going to be kind of a how-to or video comparison, those types. And then our regular RV life stuff will be on Sundays. Is there something?
I think to end our live tonight, I think we should end with this question from Kristen. Kyle, what's the randomest RV part you're carrying around in this RV at this very moment?
Oh my gosh, I got a lot of crap, you guys.
Something that's very random that nobody would have. And
I might have to think on that.
Yeah, I may have to put that on social media.
Yeah, we'll post it.
Let him think on that.
Yeah, let me think on it. I know for a lot of folks, Eric knows this because I think they used it, but we've got a brad nailer, we've got a sawzall, we've got a circular saw, we've got an angle grinder. we got a lot of tools. We got a lot of tools. But I'll try to pick something other than that. And we'll put a picture. We'll post the question on social media, and then we'll put a picture of the answer for everybody. So great question, Kristen. Sorry,
that's all right. It'll give us
Eric,
something to put
whoever
on
happens
social
to
media.
be. Oh yeah, Kristen asks.
Yeah.
Hey Karen, nice to see you. Thank you for sharing the Boomers area with us.
Glad you like your new chair.
Yep. Oh yeah. They ended up with one of our chairs that we didn't want anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be perfect for them. So thank you everyone. We really appreciate the support. Go check out thewanderingshores.com. You can watch tonight's video. You can watch, and you could go on and watch this replay on YouTube like 15 times tonight if you want. That would be good.
Well, just give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd
be.
And
comment.
Oh yeah, leave a comment. That
even if you say hello, honestly, even a comment with one letter in it counts as a comment for YouTube's algorithm. So please go on and just put your name, hello, goodbye, leave me alone, Kyle, get off my Facebook feed, whatever you want to do. We'd appreciate that. Any support, good or bad, is good support in the YouTube algorithm. And we're not a big enough channel to have a bunch of trolls. So,
but thanks guys so much for joining us. It's been fun.
All right.
Great night.
You guys saw that. You saw Michelle whining her finger like, wrap it up, Kyle.
Did. I was like, oh,
you can't see it because Eric's comment there. All right. Bye, everyone.